Now let's learn about the JavaScript engine and its environments. So you see that we installed two pieces of software. One was a browser, which was Google Chrome, and we also installed Node.js. A lot of people do not know what really Node.js is. Some people think it's a framework, some people think it's a library, some people think it's the name of the JavaScript engine, but it's actually none of the above. So Node.js is simply an environment in which JavaScript lives, or the JavaScript engine lives. So just like we have the browser, and the browser is a complicated piece of software, and one of the components of the browser is that it contains the JavaScript engine. Similarly, Node.js is actually a runtime, an environment in which the Node or the JavaScript engine lives. Okay, so just to give you a demonstration, I have the terminal application open on my Mac on the left hand side, and on the right I have the browser. So if you are actually on a Mac, you can simply type in command space and then type in terminal like such, and the terminal app is going to open. In case you're on Windows, you can open the PowerShell application. PowerShell. Of course, you don't have this particular search feature in Windows, but of course, you can just open PowerShell from the start menu or the command prompt from the start menu as well. So once you open that, this particular application, your maybe Windows would be blue color or black color, but in a terminal application on Mac is white. So it doesn't matter, it's just a command line interface. So you're interfacing with the computer with the command line. So once you enter the terminal application, you can simply type in the command node, which will allow us to open Node.js. Now this would only be working if you install the Node.js software on your computer. So now when I type in node and hit enter, now I've actually entered the console of Node.js. And now I can start writing some commands and some code, and I will be interacting and interfacing with the JavaScript engine. Now, of course, I went a little bit fast, but the same behavior is replicatable in the browser as well. So if I come over here and I go to the settings, or actually in more tools and developer tools, I will actually open a set of tools which are called developer tools, of course, in my Chrome browser. And one of the features it has, it's called a console. So you see this is a cursor blinking over here, and there's a cursor blinking over here. So both of them give us access to the JavaScript engine. So over here, I can actually type in some JavaScript, and just to be simple, I can just do some mathematics. So I can say 2 plus 2 over here, and it's going to give me 4. I can do the same thing over here as well. I can do 2 plus 2, and I'm going to get the answer 4. So what's happening over here is I'm actually writing JavaScript, and it's actually processing it. So back to our diagram over here, Node.js and the browser are just two distinct environments in which the JavaScript engine lives. And we can access the JavaScript engine via the browser or Node.js with the console. So console over here, console over here. Now, another big piece which we need to understand why Node.js is around and why do we need a Node.js environment of JavaScript versus a browser-based environment. And this actually will give you the breakthrough, this information, which I'm about to tell you. So you see that a browser is a specialized piece of software which give us access to additional features. So we have something like an HTML document that we have access to. We have the window object. We have the alert feature. We have so many different features that the browser has, and the JavaScript engine can interact and interface with those features. So for instance, if I come over here in my browser and I type in window, I have this something show up, and we're going to learn more about it as we go along, but we have access to some kind of window object. Now, if I just type in, let's say, document, okay, I have access to the HTML document. But if I type in the same thing over here, if I do window, enter, it says reference error. Window is not defined. So although the engine over here in the browser as well as in Node.js is exactly the same, but the browser gives us access to some additional features like the window feature, the document feature, the alert feature, and so many other features which are specific to the browser environment, because the browser has HTML documents, the browser has a window, right? Now, let's take a look at the Node.js environment, what special features this has. So I'm going to simply clear this and type in, let's say, process. Okay, I typed in process and a lot of some information showed up, all right? Now I'm going to clear this, and now I'm going to type in process over here. Oops, not like that. Autocomplete is just showing up some wrong stuff, but I'm just want to type in process and hit enter, and it says reference error, process is not defined. So just the way the browser environment has some special features which helps us make the modern web, the Node.js environment has some special features which help us make backend applications. So those are the two distinctions in the two environments. They just have additional features. Some have other, based on the need or the kinds of applications that we can build with it. And in this course, we're going to focus purely and mostly, on the JavaScript engine and the features of JavaScript. So once you have the knowledge, you can translate that knowledge in the browser environment to make browser applications, and you can also transfer that knowledge for the Node.js environment to build server-side applications. So the foundation is going to be the same. Now, one thing else in this course is that we're going to focus more on the browser side application building, and we're going to build browser-based applications. So we're going to focus more on this side as well. But the same features of JavaScript will apply on the Node.js side as well. So talk to you in the next video. A lot of people don't understand this core concept, but now you do. Talk to you in the next lesson.